Welcome once again to Yahtzee Tries. First up this week, I'll be trying Beat Slayer. How am I doing, Coach?
You got 10 XP. I think that's great. Phenomenal.
Oh look, it's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I found I have a lot of time for rhythm action as a concept. I outgrew vanilla Guitar Hero a long time ago, and now hitting the beats just isn't satisfying enough if I'm not also pulverizing someone's face at the same time. So I very much enjoy games like Hi-Fi Rush and BPM Bullets Per Minute, and that's why I wanted to try Beat Slayer.
Really good already.
No, it didn't. Stop patronizing me, game. Goodness, does anyone in this character have nice hair?
No.
She looks like a fast food mascot.
It's not Yachts being old, it's Yachts being British.
And being practical. And having played Beat Slayer, I can confidently state that it is indeed a rhythm action game, only with a very overtly Hades-influenced roguelite setup, and themed around the 90s German dance music scene or something. It looks like hipster olive oil. See, that's a bit more like it. Oh, bum.
Have we established why we're doing everything on beat?
Because... bleh. Well, whatever, it pulls off the rhythm mechanics well enough, the music's sufficiently funky, the levels are short, snacky and arcadey and never get too tedious or overwhelming, it'll certainly fill the space, and yet there's definitely something holding it back. If you don't have rhythm, you can't play these games. Sorry. Oh, I died. Somehow. From something.
From software. There should be an accessibility option that's just jazz mode. Let you press buttons whenever you want.
Hi-Fi Rush left the genre with a fucking hard act to follow, so I can't help comparing it. A good rhythm action game should feel like the entire screen is bopping along to the music, and Beat Slayer's choice of isometric viewpoint impedes that. We don't exactly feel in the thick of the action, and it makes it a lot harder to read the enemy signals and react accordingly. Like, can you manage now? Fuckface. Ooh. More Curryverse drops. That's the worst kind of Halloween candy.
I got a quarter. I got a
Curryverse drops.
Currywurst.
Sorry, I just laughed by the way she pronounced Curryverse there. I was like, so we meet again. There's also something not quite right about the main character. Leaving aside the way she looks like a fan reinterpretation of Tails the Fox, drawn by someone who wanted to feel less weird about wanting to bone them. And imagine if it turns out the person we're looking for is blue with spiky hair. Wait a second. That digger is off rhythm. You got no health left. Be polite and die. Ha!
Hey, you got the better of them.
I killed it. And I'll kill you too. Their voice performance feels off. It's hard to explain. They don't so much sound like a desperate revolutionary refusing to let the oppressive regime get in the way of their enormous enthusiasm for the punk music scene as a slightly boring person who got dragged out on the town by a new friend group and is desperately trying to sound like they're having a good time. Our next game is Botany Manor, which is what happens when you leave cozy games to inbreed for too long, I suppose. Cozy hardly seems adequate. This is downright genteel. Oh, poor old Somerset. I don't think there was much in the way of heavy industry around Somerset.
Why do you keep saying it this way?
I mean, if it was London, sure, but, you know, Somerset's in the southwest. It's a first-person game where we're a lovely old deer exploring a house in the English countryside trying to grow flowers, because the wheel has to be detached from its axle or it won't rotate. So, how does that work?
SVS €5, except of course bacterial flagella, which are powered by a molecular wheel.
Oh, piss off, smartass. It's a puzzle adventure game, in the sense that the Great British Bake Off is reality television.
Can you tell us about your flapjack place?
Started making it. Had a breakdown. Bon appetit.
It is that, but a version of that where everything's nice and sunny and there's no narrative stakes. It's nice to get the weight off your feet.
Yep, in Somerset.
In Somerset. You asked Jermaine what a Somerset accent's like.
Huh? A Somerset accent? It's a little bit like a Hobbit, like, I'm a cider drinker and such. Yeah, bye.
Is that a Victorian urinal trough? Why, yes, it is. Can you see your own feet?
No, I do like puzzles. I wish the game had some. Games tend to misuse the word puzzle. If there's a door sealed with a 4-digit code lock and the code is just written on a piece of paper in another room, that's not really a puzzle, is it? No deduction is involved. It's just observation and thorough exploration. The process of growing the flowers in Botany Manor seems to consist mostly of just that with extra steps. Find all the random pieces of paper and the solution is immediately obvious.
Turn it around and there's like a bastard child you weren't ready for.
Hello, mother.
Maybe you shake it? I wouldn't be shaking Flash powder, jeez.
Shake.
Bam. Good question. But do Somerset have jam then cream on their scone or cream then jam?
Again, you'd have to ask Jermaine.
See now, this is a historic debate between the Devonshire people and the Cornish people. In Devon, people put the clotted cream on first and then jam, but in Cornwall, it's the opposite. It's jam, then cream. But to be honest, whichever side of the fence you land on, you're a pussy if you're not eating them dry like a sawdust bomb. Back to you, Yachts?
The main challenge after that is remembering what the information on the random pieces of paper was, so you don't have to keep running back to reread them. The formal garden. The garden up until this point has been the casual garden, the jeans-wearing garden. Dear lady, dear woman, dear female, please come and join me for a cup of tea. The pond is lovely this time of year. That kind of reads like this person's plotting to murder us by drowning. I don't know if it's set up that way to deliberately make it a sort of memory challenge, but it could be easily cheesed by frequently taking pictures of the screen with your phone, so they might as well have let you keep the information in your journal, especially considering the whole mechanic where you highlight all the clues relevant to the current flower in a slightly useless way that's possibly there to justify the loosest possible comparison to Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yeah, I've got like some wax. I just need to get to the right length
Toffee.
before I know what to do.
Duffy, shut up. This is where we smoke our sausage, or at least we did when our husband was alive. Look at all these facts I have no use for.
What do you mean?
Whoa, that river is sometimes not there.
In Somerset.
And Somerset, get it right. Can the protagonist just not lift more than one piece of paper at a time in case it brings her hernia back?
This audio design is definitely ripping Breath of the Wild. Yeah, you know, whimsical nature. Zelda.
Anu? You still there? Our next, for want of a better word, game that I streamed was Pools. Oh wow, this is the slowest walking speed in the universe. That is a very disquieting colour for a swimming pool. Pools, pools, pools. Well, you can't say the title's uninformative. That's what you get. Pools. And lots of them. Oh, is this where we started? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, okay, this feels... Yeah. Oh, a thing. A thing happened. A duck. Pools is a walking sim, a sort of nonsensical liminal space purgatory based around a labyrinth of indoor swimming pools, lit with varying degrees of moodiness, and all decorated with an identical repeating tile texture that made me very nostalgic for when you start a new room in the Duke Nukem 3D level editor. They should do one of these games set in a climbing gym, that would mean something to me. Where you start going up a 2.4, but actually it's a 2.5. Horror! Absolutely, you're going to get in this slide.
Oh yeah.
Whee! Again. Again. A cynical person might justifiably write this off as a tech demo for the Unreal Engine, though the lighting and reflection mapping is impressive in a shoulder-shrugging kind of way. It's another dimly lit swimming pool with lights on. Who knows what will await us around the next corner? Is it going to be a dimly lit swimming pool? Oh, no, it's some steps. But there's a little more going on than that. There's an undeniable atmosphere. It's like an interactive art exhibit, the sort of thing you might appreciate if you are the sort of person who can wander around a modern art gallery and actually enjoy yourself, rather than just pretend to impress a date.
Oh, there's art. That's modern art.
There's you, like in this game.
Yeah.
Now all the chairs are facing the other way. Doesn't that intrigue you?
Where's his legs?
You're not supposed to ask questions like that. It's art. You're supposed to ask, why does he not have his legs? The whole concept of liminal space horror cuts to something very deep and primal. Why is it so unnerving to explore what looks like a public facility after dark when there's nobody else there? Especially one that keeps making distant, ominous noises for no clear reason. There's a toilet. Well, I thought this game was trying to be arty, but now I see this game is just being crass. Oh, you wanted toilets?
Hey.
I might have found you some.
There's even toilet paper.
As should be the case. I was wondering why I wasn't moving. Turns out there was a toilet in the way. I mean, yeah, you're going to be disappointed if you're expecting gameplay, or story, or much of anything besides tile textures and water, but sometimes it's nice to just vibe. You're supposed to be vibing.
Yeah.
It's like Vaporwave. Vaporwave. Now, this is art that makes a statement.
The game's got a big fascination with toilets. Are you sure it's not making a statement that you should shit before you get on the slide?
I mean, it's right. You should.
That kid, Porchetta, $20 says, Jesse, the editor, what is your favorite Yahtzee Tries joke? I'll have to edit that into the video.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the edit before we can answer that.
Jesse, if you edit this VOD into a thing, I just did the JoJo's pose. Please overdub the Japanese words for what Yahtzee was saying for his moves, and then cut to me doing that JoJo's pose. Thank you. Cheers, Jesse. You're a legend.
Bullet time.
Oh my God! You're fired. And with good cause.
Bet you're the kind of person who wants games with rooms full of random furniture and physics objects that all fades into visual white noise rather than a game that can get you excited because you found a single oversized inflatable duck in an empty hallway. Why a duck? Why here? Those are interesting questions. Do any of us truly understand the giant inflatable ducks in our lives? Our final game was Another Crab's Treasure, which despite the title is not about someone sarcastically thanking their sex partner for sharing their pubic lice, but rather the adventures of an adorable cartoon hermit crab as they get the shit kicked out of them by every even slightly larger marine animal on a quest to retrieve their shell. People ask comedians what their favourite inherently funny words are, and I think one of mine is crab. Crab. People. Crab. People.
Taste like crab, talk like people.
I have heard there is a funny assist mode in this game, but I don't need it because I ain't a scrub. Funny to see a Souls-like with no stamina management. One might even argue that not having it might preclude it from being a Souls-like. It's certainly not grim and miserable like a typical Souls-like. It's got more the vibe of a mascot platformer from the PS2 era, possibly incorporating SpongeBob SquarePants.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I hate that attack.
That was perfect. I mean, you got grabbed.
Yeah, I got prostate examined.
I got you again.
I'm glad you're having fun. But the difficulty is absolutely not pissing around. That first boss fight might be a little bit too much of a spike, actually. Especially when he starts pulling out that one very poorly telegraphed grab attack. I'm not being a pussy. I'm just being annoyed.
Yeah, did you try Gray Zone Warfare? I bought it.
Don't. No. Are you alright, mate? Is your AI fucked up? Okay, I'll just leave then. Bye. I'm glad we could come to terms. But with me still struggling with Souls-like fatigue, it's the way Another Crab's Treasure innovates on the formula that feels most refreshing. It's like having to choose the stick with which you're going to be beaten. Nick, stop playing with your dog.
He's playing with me.
That's what she said.
The aforementioned removal of stamina, the platforming elements, and most importantly, the focus on disposable shell switching, a very elegant mechanic that creates a simple and intuitive way to quickly recover armor, experiment with new abilities, and also provides a collectathon element for the rabid 100%ers in the world. My wife SpongeBobbed me last night for my birthday. Let's just say that being SpongeBobbed is just getting a blowjob while your loved one is recovering from reconstructive dentistry. I mean, yeah, it's a watery grave. It could hardly be anything else. If I were to get all up in its grill about something, or its krill, I should say, it would be that the environments are a little bit dreary and uninspired, and the nuts and bolts of the combat lack a certain impact, although not when it wants to make you fall off another bloody cliff thanks to recoil. Give Krill a gun. There you go.
I was not expecting it to be that big.
That's what she said.
Oh, the boss fight. Oh, whatever will I do?
Oh no.
just
shoot them. Obliterated.
Shoot them once. On the whole, it's a recommend. Makes me wonder, though, how many elements can you remove from the Dark Souls formula and still call it a Souls-like? It can't just be the bonfires. The bonfire is just a save point with a fancy hat. Well, it's called Yahtzee Tries. And you know what? If we are living in a society where you can literally choose what body to have, why wouldn't everyone be a sexy girl? You know what? Given the chance, I think I'd want to be a sexy anime girl. Because you'd be welcome anywhere you went. Just looking for the glory holes.
Priest holes? Ho ho ho. Father, I have sinned. I'm Mexican and my gardener's Mexican.
Paul McCartney's at the back. You talk from the front of your mouth with a Liverpool accent and you got more than John Lennon. Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, he's at the bottom. Thomas the Tank Engine.
What?
George Harrison would be at the top. The top of your mouth. Like that. Coffee is only tolerable with copious amounts of cream and sugar. You are not a coffee drinker. Says Fiasco 2000, you are a cream and sugar drinker. I don't put sugar in my coffee at all. Why would you want to distract from the flavour? The flavour's what you're after.
I'll just lick the cup, really. I'll kick your ass, kid.